Years 7, 8 and 12? Oh, 7 to 12, with a range of abilities. Throughout the year they perform a range of styles, and they're looking forward to the opportunity of being here today and seeing the other ensembles play as well, which is the wonderful part of this festival. Today they're going to play 2 pieces for us, Snarl and Impact. So please join me in welcoming to the stage Keilor Downs College Band and their conductors Trent McKenzie and Kane Borthwick. Congratulations, Keilor Downs College. You did a terrific job today. Thank you so much. Let's give them another really big round of applause. So for our final tutorial on stage this afternoon, let's welcome back to the stage our guest adjudicator from the United States, Dr. Emily Trinan. Thank you.
Congratulations on your performance. I think a lot of things went really well. Do we have an extra pair of snare sticks in the back, percussion? Or may I borrow some snare sticks? Excellent. How many percussionists are there back here? I have 6? Could I use one more stick? I need 2. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, some fun percussion pieces, right? You guys get like all the glory back there. You get all these cool things. Okay, let's look at snarl first. So percussion, I bring up the question of how many of you are there, because there are about 9 percussion parts in snarl. So I wasn't sure how many were not playing. And I would say in general, I think the percussion parts, if it's possible, I don't know if you're going to be doing this piece again, but if it would be possible to cover, like even if you're playing one percussion part, maybe trying to cover more than one, because there are 9 separate parts. So I want to try to play as many as possible. And I would say in general percussion, don't be shy. I don't know, do any of you know the composer Jonathan Mackey at all? Have you heard of him? Okay, does anyone know him or heard about him? Okay, he happens to be youngish. I can say that because he's about my age. That's youngish, okay? He's youngish. This sounds like a name-dropping thing, and I don't mean it to. I just happen to know John very well because we're about the same age, and we've just kind of crossed a lot of paths together. American composer. He is about 5'1" in stature, and I think he weighs 100 pounds when he's wet, right? He's a very slight guy. But he has got a gigantic personality and is like larger than life. He's super energetic, he's a runner, he's got so much like energy, is like, you can't even contain it, right? It's just a really, really big personality in a really small package. And his writing, I say all this because his musical writing is filled with color and explosive energy and drama and flash and it's just a lot of stuff going on. And he writes incredibly for percussion. And all of the percussion writing is to be very, very dramatic, right? Super splashy. Nothing is calm and chill, okay? So kind of go over the top with it kind of all the time. I'm not suggesting it's just like loud and bombarding, but when he's got soft, and then all of a sudden there's something really loud, you've got to be really extreme in that, in all the percussion writing. And then I would just be sure you're trying to cover all the parts as much as possible in that. Okay, the other thing I think just in general that I felt for everyone is that I felt like in both pieces, they're incredibly rhythmic pieces, right? Like rhythm is kind of the essence, rhythm and dynamic, right? It's gang, gang, and the other piece, gang, 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 right? That's like the kind of whole nature of the piece. And snarl, same thing, it's just got a lot of driving energy. So when we have pieces that are very rhythmic, we tend to think that all the responsibility of really steady time and drive is in our percussion. But wind players, it's not. In both of these pieces, you've got a huge responsibility to be really like driving with your time and to be really energetic, to be kind of on the front side of the beat, right? My sense in both of your performances with that is that you're reacting to time. Like you're kind of waiting for either the pulse from your conductor or waiting for like something to happen. It doesn't feel like you are all like owning it and driving it and taking it like taking the bull by the horns and going with it, right? And both of these pieces just demand that in that. So what I want to try to do is see if we can't start snarl. We're going to start right at the beginning, and we're going to go from measure 1 all the way. In fact, we'll start at letter A, just because everyone comes in at A, all the way to letter E. And I want to see if you can play. I know that your conductor was conducting it in a fast 4. I want to see if you can try it in a 2. Like a 2-2. Have you ever tried it in a 2-2? Where maybe a little bit? Okay, so just so I know, conductor is where? Great, and you were going about, let's see, about that fast, right? So this would be 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, right? That's what you're playing. I want you to try 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're not changing anything. You're just going to hear this instead of from up above, okay? All right, so let's just see what happens. If it falls apart, it falls apart. And we'll try it a different way. Okay, so here's letter A. Letter A. You're going to keep playing all the way to letter E, and I'm going to be your little timekeeper up here. I'm not going to conduct patterns. I'm just going to do Dr. B. I want you to play with fervor, energy, drive, commitment, assertion. All right? All those things, okay? Here's letter A. I'll give you 4 beats for nothing, and then I'll start doing it in 2-2, okay? Here's letter A. 1, 2, ready, go. Versus what I want to do. Do you want to go faster than me or slower than me? Yeah, you're going a little slow. Okay, let's go back to the beats. Is this about right again? Okay, here are your 4 beats. Letter A. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. You guys really are taking the tempo and dragging it down. And what specifically it doesn't want to drag? What specifically is slowing us down? Does anyone know? Are they the quarter notes? Sorry, the crotchets or the minims? The minims, yes. Your minims are slow and they're kind of dragging everything down. What about, are they the high instruments or the low instruments that tend to be behind? The low instruments. The low instruments tend to be a little bit sluggish, okay? Now, one of the reasons why I would consider seeing if we can't stick to a 2-2 is because sometimes when we can go between either fast tempo, the crotchets or the minims, as far as what you're going to see with time, actually sometimes when you think of the minims, it helps us drive the beat a little bit more because we're not so focused on that, or that. There's a little forward momentum to it, okay? So I want you to, I appreciate what you're doing, and it's hard. I know dealing with a new person and dealing with new stuff is tricky. But I want to try it again at letter A. And I'm going to stand right here so we can all hear us. Can you hear me, Boots? Or Clarence right there? Can you hear me? Okay. So I want you to feel like you're just driving the time. Is this tempo close to what you guys are doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, cool. I don't want to make it too crazy. But I want you, the reason why I'm doing this, and I'm just smacking at you and talking at you, is because I want you to hear this. The reason why I'm doing this, is because I think you are too reliant on what you're seeing for time and not taking ownership enough of yourself. Time is established by the conductor, but time is maintained by you. It's not their job. It's not the conductor's job to give you all the time. You gotta own it. You gotta own it, maintain it, hold it, stay with it, keep it going. Okay? But what's happening is you're slowing down and slowing down. That's why your conductor has to work so hard to try to bring you back. So you gotta own it. Yeah? Can you own it? Can you own it? Yes. Yes! Alright, here we go. Letter A. Own it. Own it, you guys. Letter A. 1, 2, ready, go! better in time? Yeah, for sure. What else was different? What's that? We're dragging? Yeah? You didn't look. What sense were you using more of this time? Yes. Yes. The essence of really, really fine ensemble playing is not watching, but is listening. Listening. Repeat that after me. The essence of great ensemble playing is listening. Yeah. So listening and agreeing. Ensembles, whether they're large or small, ensembles are like an organism, right? You're an organism, a living organism, right? You're all kind of in this amoeba together, okay? And you all got to lock into it. Time is like, especially music like this is so time-oriented, right? If we were doing a slow piece, I wouldn't be whacking this at you in the same way. But it's so rhythmically driven and so tempo-driven. You all have to agree on this like uniform sound. Okay, now we're going to try letter A again. No smacking of sticks and no conductor. Completely on your own. Are you ready? Are you ready? You got this. You got this. Can you say it? We got this. We got this. Okay, here's letter A. Letter A, you got it. I'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're on your own. 1, 2, ready, tempo and time, you can really start to get to the essence of the music and get to some of those things. Good. I wanted to pick a spot that a lot of you were playing at, just to get that point across. I think in general, or shall I say, when the figure, the texture is happening, this kind of practice is a little bit easier, right? Because you're all playing, you're all kind of locking into the groove. Starting like at letter E, keeping that insistent time is trickier because less people are playing. So you've got to still feel like you're subdividing. And I hope that in addition to listening, I would also encourage you to think 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that you are subdividing in your brain. So you're not just going 1, 2, 1, 2, but that you're kind of driving and hearing those beats within that, okay? So that would be one takeaway. Good. What else I want to do? In fact, let's actually go, and snarl. The other thing with this piece, and I felt it a little bit in the other piece too as well, is that when we have the end of a piece of music, we have to do something on all pieces of music to really make it feel like, hey, this is it. This is the end of the piece. In this piece and the other piece, it just felt like the music was going, and then it stopped. Instead of it was going, beep, like the very end felt like, dang it, this is it, we're done. So part of making that happen is making sure that A, the tempo has got to drive, right? Stay steady. But also dynamically, you've got to really go, 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 go. It's like a wall of sound. You cannot let up. If you look at letter P, or actually before P, you've got a fortissimo, right? Before P, then you've got a mezzo piano, and then the last 4 bars are all fortissimo. Ba, 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 da, da, ba, ba. You got to like lay it down like no one's business. Okay? So you got to get louder, you got to get more insistent, you got to get stronger. Can we start please at letter O? It's the same tempo, right? Let's start at letter O, and I want you to end this piece like it's the end of the world. Okay? Bring it. Here's letter O, opulent. And 1, 2, ready, go! Let's do it again. And what can you please be half notes, or sorry, the minims? You are late, and slow. Beam, 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 beep, ba da da bum bum, ba ba da da ba bum. Yes? It's a crazy piece. We got to be a little crazy. Let's try it one last time. Just try. Play louder, play more assertive. Go for it. Get some air behind your horn. You're doing great, guys. Thank you. Letter O. 1, 2, ready, go. Better, right? And it's, yeah, some of you have a half note. That's the right idea. And just really plant that when you get to the bottom. Cool. Now let's do it without me smacking at you, please. And I would ask, it doesn't say this in the music, but the last 4 bars, can you just add a crescendo? I want to see how loud you can get. Let's just get ugly and get loud, okay? Let's get dirty and ugly. I get 1 minute to do it. Here we go, letter O. 1 and 2 and O, go. Yeah, but put good takes down the end. Yeah, that's right up here. Almost. And all the right ones. Okay, cool. So guys, the takeaway with this is, as I've said before, this is very rhythmic music. It's very aggressive music, right? If we were doing Irish tune, I wouldn't be up here whacking at you like this, but these are very rhythmically derivative pieces. The energy, the snarl, the sass is what makes this music really cool. And what I sensed was just some tentative reactions to time and to rhythm and to drive. And this is the reverse. You need so much drive. It's like incessant drive. It's just go, 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 go. So I think you all have to take a little bit more leadership in that. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just kind of let her loose. And I think you'll have more fun, too, as players, if you can allow yourself to do that, too. Then the music can really speak. All right? Thank you for your performance today. I hope this was kind of fun and helpful. And we really hope you have a great night. Thank you.